Alright, hello and welcome back to another Wednesday deck profile. This was yet again another one requested by someone down in the comments, like pretty much all the Wednesday ones have been, except for the Shaddoll Zombie one. This is the worst intro I've ever done in my life. Anyway, fan requested deck profile Wednesday, let's get into it. Now this is one, Cyber Dragons were never something I really looked at before. It was always like cool, but it just never seemed my type of style, just pushing for OTKs and really fast games and things like that. But it is pretty fun to play, and I definitely would keep playing it. It is a very, very fun deck. You get to go second in OTK. It's short games, which I don't like, but it is very fun to play. So starting off, we have 3 Cyber Dragon. We all know what that does. It's a Cyber Dragon deck. You're going to have 3 of that. And then we have 3 Cyber Dragon Dre. You can normal summon it, make all Cyber Dragons become level 5. That includes itself and core. And then you can't special anything except machine type monsters. And if it's banished, you can target a Cyber Dragon, and it can't be destroyed by battle or card effect this turn. And obviously, it counts as a Cyber Dragon while on the field. The banished effect, you're really not going to be using that much. I think I may have used it like once or twice in testing. But the free normal summon and the make everything level 5 is very strong. And really, it's one of the only. It fits in the archetype, you can search it. It's a level 5 basically, so it helps you make Infinity and Nova, and it counts as a Cyber Dragon for all your fusion plays. Then we have Core, which is whenever it's normal summoned, you can add 1 Cyber spell trap from your deck to your hand, which we run 3 Cyber Repair Plant. That is our only target for it. Also, if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 Cyber Dragon monster from your deck, and you can only use that once per turn. It also becomes Cyber Dragon on the field or in the graveyard. So this lets us search Repair Plant, which can search Galaxy Soldier, it can search Jizukiru down here, it can search Electromagnetic Turtle Ditch, it can search every monster in our deck except for the hand traps. It can also shuffle any Light Machine type monster from the grave back into the deck. This counts as a Cyber Dragon. You can special this back, banish it off Nova for 2100 attack. Adds some consistency, adds a little bit of power, so and it also obviously counts as Cyber Dragon, and we want to kind of max out on Cyber Dragon, so that's why we're running 3 of that. Then for the rank 5 plays and Nova and Infinity plays, we have 3 Galaxy Soldier. We have 1 Electromagnetic Turtle just because we can send it off a Rampage Dragon and discard it, and that lets us stall out for a turn if we have to. We have 3 Jizukiru because we can search it and it's a Kaiju, so why not? We have hand traps because we are going to be going second, so we run 1 Maxi, 2 Ogre, and 2 Ash. They're all pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, Ogre, Ash, and Maxi are all amazing right now. Ash can just shut stuff down instantly. Maxi, either your opponent has to kill you or they're going to give you some cards. Ogre can shut stuff down immediately too, say like against Zuyi, Ogre the Norden, things like that, things of that nature. So they are going to give you some leeway to go second there. Let you not stall out, but stop your opponent so you still have a chance. Then we have the 3 Cyber Repair Plant, like we said. Obviously, you can add 1 Light Machine type monster from your deck to your hand, or shuffle 1 back from grave into the deck. But to activate it, you have to have 3 Cyber Dragon, or you have to have 1 Cyber Dragon in your graveyard, so either a Dry, a Core, or a regular. And also, if you have 3 or more Cyber Dragons in your graveyard, you can activate both effects and resolve them in sequence. Normally, we are going to be using the Searching one, just because that's going to help us combo off and get our plays off, basically. So we will be using the first effect most of the time. But again, we can search this off Core, and that just gives it a little bit of recovery and strength there. And then for our fusion plays, we have 3 Overload Fusion, which is basically like a Miracle Fusion for Dark Machine type fusions. And then we have 2 Power Bond, because why not make like a 4K or 8K monster that can inflict piercing and stuff like that. So Power Bond's going to let us go into our Twin and our End, and Overload Fusion's going to let us go into our Rampage Dragon, but Rampage Dragon can put 6k on field alone easily, so having more ways to go to him isn't a bad thing. Also, he sets up your grave very nicely for your Novas, so he jumps an Electromagnetic Turtle like we said, so Rampage Dragon is very good, and that's why I'm choosing to go. Oh, also he pops spells and traps, so that's why I'm choosing to go for 3 of the Overload Fusion over 2 of the Power Bond. And then obviously we are going to be going second, so we can just clear our opponent's field with Raigeki and push for game from there. You could also run 2 Dark Hole to add with that. Never a bad thing there. Then we have 3 Instant Fusion for Parasite, Roid, and Panzer Dragon to help make rank 5 plays. All self-explanatory there. Limiter removal, because Oh, OTKs for days. 1 Upstart, 2 Forbidden Chalice. Again, like these would probably Dark Hole might even be better than these, honestly, just because you clear your opponent's field and then push for OTKs. But this turns off problem cards like Dryden, which could pop your big fusions or your Nova. Well, if they pop your Nova, they're stupid. But this basically helps you protect your fusions, and because it's pretty much an OTK push for game deck, you don't want to be getting hit by back row, so we do run the 3 copies of Twin Twister. Moving on to the extra deck, we have 1 Pair Psych Ward. We run this over, say, like a second Panther Dragon, because this we can fuse just using 2 machine type monsters with the same name, and it can attack your opponent directly. So we could power bond into this and then hit our opponent for 32 for game if we have to. Also, we can instant fusion into it, so it has some double utility there. Panther Dragon, when it's destroyed, send to the grave, destroy 1 card in the field. So it's a level 5 light machine we can use for rank 5 plays, or if they stop that and it goes to end phase, this will blow up 1 card on their side of the field. We have Rampage Dragon, which is pretty fucking amazing. It requires 2 or more Cyber Dragon monsters. You can't instant fusion into it. It has to be made with Power Bond or our Overload Fusion up there. But its effect is, when this card is fusion summoned, you can target spell and trap cards on the field up to the number of fusion materials used for its fusion summon and destroy them. So if your opponent has 2 back row at least, or scales, or say, you're getting rid of at least 2 back row with this card, which really helps push for OTKs. Also, once per turn, you can send up to 2 light machine type monsters from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, for each monster sent to the graveyard, this card gains 1 additional attack during each battle phase this turn. So it can clear back row and push for 6,300 damage alone, which is fucking amazing, which is why we're running 2 of this card, because this really, really enables your OTKs. Also, it's a level 5, so if you have to use it for a Nova or an Infinity, you can do that. Then we run 2 Force Dragon just because we can fuse it from anywhere at any time. Say they, I don't know, negate the effects of some of our Cyber Dragons or something, we can just fuse into this. It's good against any machine type matchup like ABC or Cosmo. So that's why we're running the 2 of that. Basically just because of how quick it is. You can plop a Cyber Dragon down and fuse. That's why we're running it. We also have 1 Cyber Twin Dragon and 1 Cyber End Dragon. Pretty sure like this. They're both just it's OTK for days. These are both just OTK machines, especially with Power Bond. So there's really no need to explain that stuff. You just Power Bond into them and then push for game, basically. And then for some rank 5s, we run 1 Bulk Source and 1 Guide Charger. Again, helps for game. One of our only defensive plays here that we run just in case is 1 Constellar Pallades. During either player's turn, being able to bounce something is very strong, definitely. So if we can't kill them, we can go for this for a little bit of defense. Say if we can't get to our Infinity for some reason. Then we have our 2 Nova and our 2 Infinity. Now, just in case, we all know what Infinity does, but we might not all know what Nova does. So here we go. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, then target 1 Cyber Dragon monster or 1 Cyber Dragon in your graveyard, special summon that target. So this kind of, say you have like 2 Galaxy Soldiers on field, a Cyber Dragon, and 1 engrave. This will let you make 2 Infinities, basically. Also, once per turn, during either player's turn, you can banish 1 Cyber Dragon from your hand or face up from your monster zone. This card gains 1200 attack until the end of this turn. If this card in your possession is sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 machine type fusion monster from your extra deck. So if they strike this, or bottomless it, or something like that. So if they strike this or hit it with Raigeki or something like that, you can just special out any of your fusions. So if they pop this, then you have a free, like, say, 4K on field, basically. Also, with the way what works, you can banish 1 Cyber Dragon to gain 1200. It doesn't have to be an actual Cyber Dragon. So if you have a Core or a Dry on field, you can use those. So you could summon this, special back a Core, and then banish it, and this will go up to 4200 for the turn. So you can kind of abuse that effect with some Cyber Dragons, in quotes, pretty much there. And then we have our 2 Infinity, obviously, because you can make double of this and just kind of lock your opponent down. Alright, that's it for explaining stuff. Let's go get into some of the replays. Also, 1 card I forgot to actually put in the deck profile that was actually requested was Cyber Eltanen, and it's definitely, like, a lot of you are probably thinking it's not, that great, but I actually do think as a one-of, it could be, I think it actually could be decent as a one-of, so I actually think that's another thing to keep in mind too, is to maybe put one of those in the deck. I actually think it can come in handy at points, so just want to keep that in mind. I'm sorry I forgot to put it in the deck profile, but I'm recording these really early because I'm not going to be able to record for a week or so I do have to still get it out now. But yeah, Cyber Eltanen I think is definitely a possibility for a one-of. Alright, so getting into the first one here, it looks like we're against like a Red Eyes Burn, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't good. That's all we'll say. So he's gonna go first, do nothing, which is amazing for us. But we opened kind of butts because we opened 2 repair plants, a Kaiju, Twin Twisters, Overload Fusion, and the repair plant. So we're really not doing anything this turn, and those aren't live until we have one of these engraved. So I'm pretty much hoping that that's gonna get destroyed. But we're gonna hit him for a dank 400, set the Twin Twisters, and go from there. Now he's gonna set one. We're gonna draw a Galaxy Soldier. And we're gonna, instead of specialing that, we're gonna normal summon it over the core so that our Cyber Repair Plant is live. So we're gonna use that to grab a Cyber Dragon Dry just for next turn. We could say this gets destroyed. We can search Cyber Dragon, special that, normal this, make an Infinity play because I really didn't want to go for another Galaxy Soldier and lose my Kaiju just in case. So we're gonna hit him for 2k and pass from there. He's going to draw a Contract with the Dawn 1000. I read it and it looked gimmicky as shit, and I didn't feel like dealing with it, so we're going to immediately Twin Twister both of those, and we're going to get hit with a Bad Luck Blast, but whatever. So we'll take 1,000 of that, but he Dark Hold, so he doesn't have anything on field, so we are going to have to go for the Galaxy Soldier instead of a Cyber Dragon here. So we're going to grab the Galaxy Soldier, ditch the Kaiju, since that's how he was playing like basically a burn deck, we're just going to ditch that, special out the Galaxy Soldier, and then we're going to be able to search another one, use that. Now, the reason I use that instead of normaling the Dry is just because then that gives us more stuff engraved for Overload Fusion. So we're going to use that, go for Rampage Dragon, use his effect, Specialist back, get a boost, and we have game on field, and he knew it, so he scooped up from there. So as you can see, this deck, even if you brick, if you just give it a turn or two, you can pretty much just get your opponent instantly. Alright, so in this next one, we're going against Fluffles here, and you can see we opened 2 of the Kaijus, a Core, a Repair Plant, and a Galaxy Soldier. And once again, I really don't want to use up my Kaijus just making a Galaxy Soldier play. So we're just going to normal summon the Core, add another Repair Plant, and pass it over to him from there. Now he's going to start doing some Fluffle stuff. I don't know what this deck does. I just play against it and hope I don't die. I know Toy Bender is good, but so it looks like he's not going to do super great because he's just going to pass with a dog. We're going to draw into another Repair Plant. And the reason I went for the Electromagnetic Turtle instead of a Cyber Dragon there was just because we didn't have any fusion cards in hand, so we weren't going to be doing any fusioning from our grave, say. So I'll just banish the Core to special the Cyber Dragon so that we can ditch this off of the Galaxy Soldier play instead, so we had some defense against another OTK deck here, basically. So we're going to ditch the Turtle for one. We're going to, and then here I went for the Pallades instead of the Infinity just because I wanted to keep the Kaijus in hand still because I knew, obviously there are some cards, like I know Sheep comes back, that one's not too big of a worry, but I know there's some that can't be destroyed, so I'd rather just keep the resources in the Kaiju. So that, obviously we still have a Repair Plant, we still have the Galaxy Soldier for next turn if we have to, we have the Turtle, so we're okay to go into a slightly defensive play here and keep our resources. So we're going to do that. He's going to go for the Penguin, and I'm pretty much just going to let him go until he brings out something that threatens our Pallades here. So he's going to go off, he's going to use the Poly, he's going to go into the Tiger, which can bounce it, so we'll respond and bounce the Tiger back so that he can't make any fusions with that. And he's going to have the Poly and be able to special the Edge Imp there, but he can just make a Wolf, which helps push for game. Now, he didn't have enough for game, but I'm still going to banish the Turtle just to save my life points there, because that would have been 4k. Now we draw the Ash, which would have been nice last turn. But anyway, we're going to go for the Repair Plant, which will get us a Cyber Dragon. We'll special that. We'll ditch one for the Galaxy Soldier, add another Galaxy Soldier, go for Galaxy Soldier. And he's going to scoop him up there. But obviously, we could have gone for an Infinity. I believe we had another Cyber Dragon engraved, so we could have gone double Infinity. There was a lot of stuff we could do, and it didn't look like he was going to be recovering anytime soon. So as you can see, again, if you can build up resources, even if you have a bad hand, you can still explode if you manage to stall right. Alright, so we're here playing against, I honestly don't know what this was. Looks like some kind of weird Mill Synchron level leader shit. I don't know. So he's going to make an interesting play here. He'll ditch that, obviously. He's going to go for Junk Warrior and level leader it back. Normal card for Mill. I guess, I don't know if he was hoping for the Light Swords, something. I honestly don't know. Actually, let's see really quick. No, it's just Synchron. So I guess he was hoping for Jet Synchron or Glow Bulb or something. But so he's gonna pass with that, and we're gonna draw. We have a dry, a Cyber Dragon, Overload Fusion, Instant Fusion, Chalice. So we are looking pretty good. So we're gonna go off a little bit here, although he is gonna max C. Since he has a few monsters on field, and obviously, like if this was Dark Hole, we would have been able to game him there. So that is, I think Dark Hole actually probably would be better than Chalice here, thinking back on it. But he has some monsters on board, so we're not going to be able to kill him here, especially since Overload Fusion won't let us go into anything that does piercing. So we're just going to null summon the Dre. We're going to attack from there to get over those. And then main phase 2, we're going to go into the Nova and the Infinity. We're going to give him 2 cards, but interestingly, he's going to waste the Veiler immediately as he draws it, which we can just negate with the Infinity, and then we're going to suck up the Junk Warrior. So we gave him 2 cards, but we're still looking all right here. And all he's going to be able to do is set 1 pass. Now we're free to just go off. So we're going to null summon the Dry, Instant Fusion, go for the Nova there, special back the Cyber Dragon, make a Rampage Dragon, send a Homage from Death to Grave, make an Infinity, attack, and then we have well over game on field right there. So there's some of the crazy OTK potential. Alright, so we have one against Magicians, kind of. It looks, obviously the guy's name is Yuya, so this looks kind of just like a theme deck almost. But we're going to be going first. So we're just going to set it Twin Twisters and pass. He's going to go for the Sky Iris and the Pendulum Dragon. He's going to attempt to use Sky Iris, and I'm going to go ahead and pop that since we already have another Cyber Dragon in hand. But he already tried to activate it, so even though he gets the second copy, he can't do it again. He's going to go for the Zhangshi Magician. Or actually, what is it called up here? The Zhangshi Magician, I believe. Yes. So he's going to go for that. Interestingly, this is it's not good. Obviously, let's take a look here. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that isn't good in there. Basically, it's definitely more of like a theme deck than an actual deck, but it is still a Pendulum deck, so it has some inherent power to it anyway. But we're going to go ahead, make a Nova and an Infinity here. We can bring a Cyber Dragon back, then make our Infinity, Overlord Fusion, Rampage Dragon, pop those 2. Now, obviously, I'm stupid. Here, this is one of my first times playing the deck. But obviously, I should have sent 2 off of this and pushed for more damage here. I should have done that, but I'm stupid and didn't. But so he's going to go ahead, activate the Magician there, Pendulum 1, swing over that. But, you know, it's really no big deal here. We get another Cyber Dragon. We're going to go ahead and suck that up, swing at him, and pass it over. We still have a negate. Those scales still aren't doing anything for him, so he's just going to have another set 1. We're going to go ahead and null summon the Cyber Dragon so we can Overload Fusion. Banish that. That's banished so that this can't be destroyed now. Pop everything he has, send 2, and we're going to push for game right here with a very cheeky Tribute Summon play. Oh, yeah. Alright, so here we're against like a bad build of like Light Swarm, basically, pretty much. Oh, why did that swap back? I don't know. So he's going to go for charge. He's going to get a Wolf. Special that back. He'll normal a Raiden. Go ahead, mill a few, make a Minerva. Mill a few, and then he has, I believe he has some gimmicky battle traps engraved. No, that's going to come soon. I think that might be this up here. Yeah, you can banish 1, destroy a card. Yeah, he has some gimmicky stuff there. We're going to go ahead and draw, and our hand's looking pretty good here. So we're going to special the Cyber Dragon. We're going to Galaxy Soldier. Get another Galaxy Soldier. We're going to Galaxy Soldier again. Go for the Nova here. Banish that, then go for the Overload Fusion. Obviously, I should have Raigekki'd first so we didn't have anything to pop. And then we would have had an easy game here. But I'm stupid. Pretty much that's the only reason. But also, it ended up being a little bit cheeky because he is going to mill 1 off of the Minerva. So he is going to be able to pop 1, but he pops the Nova. He's going to activate Light Swarm Judge, but that doesn't matter. But he pops the Nova, which lets me bring out a Cyber Twin Dragon. And then just keep pushing from there. Now he's going to go ahead and use that and pop the Cyber Twin Dragon. But we're going to have enough for the Rampage Dragon right there. So, I don't know. Like that one, obviously, I should have been able to just kill that with a Raigeki and not have to worry about it. But that was just a funny one for the end there. Alright, and that does it for our look at Cyber Dragons today. For my impressions on it, didn't think I'd like it, but it's actually very, very fun to play. Has some interesting combos. But yeah, overall, I definitely say like the biggest thing about it is it's very fun to play. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any deck ideas that you want to see, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll try to get around to making the best of them. Even with how small the channel is, there are a lot of requests, or not a lot, but there's a good few requests, so it's hard to try and do all of them, only doing one a week. So if I have the time, I may try to bump this up to a two a week kind of thing. But anyway, if you have any ideas, leave them down below. But anyway, I am rambling, so thank you for watching, and I will see you later.